Lady P to you, welcoming you to the Valley of the Gods at exactly time for us to make sure that we do make magic on this side of town. It is definitely a Tuesday whereby we say hashtag Frank Talks, whereby we talk about anything and most definitely everything that has to do with a compelling content. Namhlanje ke kungolwesibini ke sibhiyozela i-National Nurses Day. And I mean, I was just like, come on, Mazi, come on, Sister Mazi, and can I debana na yam now Samatatele and Yazu Banga because she's very passionate about in profession yakhe. But without wasting any further time, ladies and gentlemen, wakunyike nabaphulaphuli nabathandi bekhithi ngesiredu ngokukhethekileyo be-invasion masamkele ke namhlanje ke uLehakoe. By the way ke uLehakoe ke ngumSuthu and ndiyabawula sibulise nje like dumela awu siwaphile.
Dumela ausi, ke a phela le phetse jwang?
Shy. Now you're making me excited. Get sharp, get sharp. Please, first things first, before I ask you all of the questions that I'm going to be asking you, could you just tell us about yourself?
Mhm. Mm. So, as Pio has already said, nna ke Lehakoe Phamotse. I'm a 28-year-old. I'm a professional nurse. I've been a professional nurse for the past 2 years. But it feels like I've been in this profession for so long, considering being a student, all the practicals. But yes, I'm a professional nurse. Most importantly, I am specializing in the psychiatric field. So I am a psychiatric professional nurse. And yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Love nursing, breathe nursing. It's everything. Mental health is everything that I consider and attach myself to. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
All right. I love how we actually even having this conversation during the month of May, as the month of May is also Mental Health Awareness Month, something that we'll just talk about throughout the interview. But first things first, now I want to find out specifically what inspired you to become a nurse and how has that motivation actually evolved over time?
So first and foremost, I've always been quite passionate about health, mental health, medicine. I wasn't sure which field I would dabble on at first, and I weighed my options. And nursing just peeked at me, considering I'm an empath. I am such an empathetic person. I feel, I carry my feelings on. So like it's more in like interactive with the patients. All you do is just be with them and taking care of them. So that really inspired me to be there and to just aid and have an impact in someone's life on a daily basis. The little that we do goes way so much in a person's life. So I just wanted to be part of that. Not that I've experienced it, and not many of my families have been in hospital, but it's just something that I felt within me to just, and I'm glad that I tried it out. What was the second part of the question again?
In fact, you've just answered even the second part. Trust me, like the motivation has been there. You've answered it. Now, can you share a moment in your career that has truly reminded you why you chose this
Oh.
specific profession?
Mm.
Why nursing? We want to know about that specific as well as that special moment.
Oh. Mm. Mm. That why so I lost my mom at 12 years old. So um it clicked that there were people that were helping her at her deathbed, and that made that transition easier. And I looked in my family, and no, I couldn't resonate with that's there, because we don't have any nurses or people in the medical for this. And yeah, too much. And just always wanting to be of help to people, like I said, and have that impact in people's lives was my drive.
All right. Now, let's talk about how you actually stay resilient as well as how you maintain compassion in such a demanding as well as an emotionally charged career. Because I know that the things that you see sometimes, they probably break your heart, but awukwazi ubreaka down,
Mm.
awukwazi ugowa
Oh.
ujongene ne-patient. I cannot be coming
Mm.
to you, Lehakoe, ndibe ndingumntu onakeleyo ubujongene nesimo sam, and you're
Do.
just like, oh Lord, Upiwe has about 2 weeks to live, and he hasn't zamxelela njani le nto. And at the same time, I cannot be breaking down in front of her.
Mm.
Instead, I need to encourage her to live more. Like, how do you deal with everything?
Mm.
Like, it must be really draining having to go back home. Ube unalo mthwalo unawo. Like, how does it go? Like, how do you balance it even?
I think I mastered the art of disassociating from my personal life and work. Because I'm so dedicated to umsebenzi wami, and the first thing that I always tell myself is that it's all about my patient's well-being. That's the first thing that comes up, because there's other challenges also kwasemsebenzini, not even just our personal lives. It's kwaphana emsebenzini, we have issues of short staffing, other people, like other professions in the health field that asisebenzisani kahle, but with that thing yobana my patient's betterment and well-being comes first. That's how I stay resilient in this, is knowing that and always getting back to what into endiqalisileyo that made me get into nursing in the first place, which was taking care of people, betterment of their health and their emotional stability as well. So yeah, that's pretty much how I stay resilient, and also just taking care of your own mental health, kwawena, and your own health, to be strong and to be like in a mental state yoba to cater for other people, because like you said, you come with your own problems, you have your own things, but if you can't deal with that, obviously it was our projector towards your patients. So be on a level now where you feel like, the right, so that you can be there to help omnye umntu abe right. They should also see the health and the wealth in you. And lonto iyaba encourage in a sense the patients to get better.
How quick I see you like being a motivational speaker for some reason. Like I'm just listening to you right now and I'm just like, hi girl, like just keep going. Like keep this conversation going. But now let's talk about, some of the changes, in fact, or even
Mhm.
improvements that you would like to see in the nursing profession, just moving around within the future. What
Mm.
changes would you personally like to see?
Mm. First and foremost, I would like to see changes in us as nursing as well, like as the nurses, more intizatini, more compassion, man. Be forthcoming with ukuthanda umsebenzi wakho. We have had, like, we on social media, and we know how abantu complain that nurses are rude, nurses are this. And I feel like the people that are seeking to come into nursing and that are already in the nursing profession should just remember that usebenzela omnye umuntu, like just to be compassionate and empathetic, and not only think of the job security of this. And then another point is our management and our council just to support us as nurses, because we are short staffed mostly. Like, can our government hire more people so that we are not so burnt out and drained? And lonto izawunceda uba we give more care and better care towards our patients. And just also backing to our management and our council to give us more of a voice in the nursing profession. I feel like nurses, we are sometimes overlooked or overshadowed in a way, whereby voices there to are not heard enough. Yet we are the people that are in the forefront when we are dealing with the patients. We stay with them for like 12 hours, whereas the doctors, your physios, and everyone are just there with them for an hour. But then our voice is not that heard. So can they maybe change the process in that as well? So, Jay, because I feel like we have the more vaster knowledge on the patient. than the other people.
Yeah, you love umsebenzi owenzayo, but more than anything, when Lehakoe, what message would you like to share with aspiring nurses or even those whom are considering joining the field? Maybe I just want to leave, the broadcasting world. I just want to leave journalism, comms, and I just want to be like, you know what, I want to go into
Mm,
the nursing profession. What words of encouragement? What would you say?
mm, mm. Um, I would say, uh, where do I even start? This job is very demanding. It's taxing, but it's also rewarding. And I would say to the ones that are already here, let's focus on the bigger picture, the reward part of it, and just stay resilient and continue to be empathetic. I feel like you can't thrive in this world, in this profession, if you're not empathetic and you don't exude kindness in you. um, and to the ones that do want to come in, and the ones that are already students, it's mentally draining sometimes, but just again tapping on the resilience, like just push over that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that is so overused, but you will get a sense of why uyingenele le nto or why you want to start it, and especially if you want to have an impact in people's lives and better omnye umntu. It's really a good feeling when you can see the patient getting better and doing better, and they can also verbalize that, hey, your help and the little that you do is really doing a big difference in my life, and I appreciate it. um, and yeah, like, and let's not stop back to the people that we are in the profession with. Let's just continue bettering ourselves, going for courses, getting, because it's a evolving profession as well. Health is evolving. We are discovering new things, and like Nati, let's be proactive in learning and just being in it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Things to be done. So there's a very interesting comment when Lehakoe efikileyo apha. Kuthiwa ingaba usisi yena uyamkhangela
Mhm.
umyeni in the same field, or it's not a big deal. Nangu umbuzo Lehakoe. Ingaba usisi yena uyamkhangela umyeni in the same field, okanye ke it's not much of a big deal.
Hey, please.
Uyamva masibuza
No,
ingaba
unfortunately, no, I'm
uyamkhangela
not
umyeni
looking for
in
music.
Kenya
Like,
kwa-nursing,
no.
okanye it's not a big deal.
Uh-uh. Ndimkhangela umyeni esing. I feel singazi singxaki endlini. No, angeke sibe stressed sobabini, kufuneka kube khona lo o-level headed. Kwa-nursing stress, so no.
I really hope Pula Uvida, but it's a no. It's definitely a no. Also, shout out to Jempes. I see you called okay. Also, no Anelo Statana, Gasangwini, Wakunya Ivan, or Besabuza, Lumbuzo, to Bagabeki, Galasike, and Kangela me. Oh, wow. By the way, Niazana,
I do know him. I think wenza ngabom by even asking
even
that.
God, God, there's a story
But
here.
I got your
Ah,
nest,
guys, the
so I
stories
don't
are gonna
know.
be here. The way But also, just going back to Olusogulo namhlanje lubaluleke kakhulu, which is definitely National Nurses Day. Ngoba ke basanukufika ngalelo xesha. We're definitely doing great according to Lehakoe Phamotse, who is a professional nurse, and she's been doing it for the past 2 years, and she is definitely loving it. Sithi na kwakhona ke xa umthwalo engathi uthanda uba nzima, she always looks at the main reason with regarding why she started kutheni ze afune from the get-go to become a nurse. But with everything, how do you handle, in fact, how do you balance your day-to-day life from the moment of vuka up until it's bedtime? Like, how do you balance everything, including your mental health yakho? from the moment.
Mm. Please say that again. Ask that again.
How do you balance your life from the moment of woke up until uyolala, as well as including your mental health yakho? How do you balance
Mm-mm.
work as well as your personal life?
Mm. As I said previously, Ubana, I differentiate the two and this divanisi. Like I understand that work is work and my life is my life. And I try not to be consumed by my work. I don't take in that I'm having personally. Ithi xa ndivuka ekuseni ndisebenzini preparing for work ndihambe nazo. I know how to disassociate apho ndizishiye iingxaki zam and become umntu or prepared for umsebenzi and to be someone that iingxaki zakho zasendlini and you take them to work then and same as emsebenzini there's traumatic things that happen, there's stories that I hear. I work in the mental health facility, there's stories that I hear that are really and but you can't also carry that and add it at home. I try to and if it is weighing on me quite a lot. There's your inness ekhona. If it's something that's weighing on me, you speak to the nurse and advice. And I feel like I'm in the night field where we also have doctors, our psychiatrists there, and sometimes they can prescribe us some things to like cope and be able to not mix the two together. And personally, I visit the psychologist quite and my well-being for patients.
All right. I think yes. I think we still have you on the side. Network namhlanje is you know what? Kakuhle nale ncoko. But Lehakoe, looking at also to your last words just before we close it. Hi Lehakoe. Yes. Could we just have your last words?
So my last words, is that what you asked for? Okay. Last words are to the community. Let's start with the community. Please be kinder to us, especially during this time. It's our week. If you know a nurse, know of a person that's becoming a nurse, or know of a retired nurse, do something special for them, even if it's a coffee, even if it's just a card, just to show appreciation. We really go through it, guys, as much as people don't see it, and sometimes I see bonisi, but we really go through it. The things that we see and we hear weigh on us, and to always have to show up and still keep it going, it takes a lot. So yeah. And to my fellow nurses, guys, we're doing good. Like, let's just go on, carry on with how we're doing and better ourselves. I feel like if you better yourself and you strive to uba ngcono than how you were when the previous day, it only gets better for the patient. And to the nursing students or people that are considering coming to nursing, please, guys, we are short staffed. We need you guys. We need many of these people that make an impact in people's lives. And yeah, it's a very rewarding job. And I can assure you that you love it. And that's pretty much it.
Funny how the network just decided to start working at this moment. But thank you so much, Lehakoe, for the words of encouragement, specifically Kwaboki, that are aspiring nurses and also those that are considering joining your field. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much. In fact, have an amazing day,
Imagine.
because Levik is dedicated specifically for all the
Hmm.
nurses out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, kubaphulaphuli besikhithi ngesiradio kakhethileyo abe-invasion. That is Lehakoe Phamotse. She is a nurse. It's actually been 2 years, by the way. I love it when they're young, you know. Siya sidibane ke thina ke nabamama bethu badala bazinesi. Kodwa ke yena uthi bangabe ke still today she's still saying bangabe if you want to actually be a nurse, please make sure that ukhawuleze uyobhalisa, but also having the right as well as the relevant requirements. Ungavele uthi ba ayindafakwa. Please definitely don't do that. But nonetheless, looking at ixesha lethu, it is exactly time for us to make sure that we do radio just like this.